Was it doing that thing?
Yeah. Yeah, it was doing the thing. This track just doesn't get old to me. 2 minutes and 19 seconds.
Nope, we're like anticipating fun.
Oh shit, I never captured Connie. Alright, I'll do that now. Let's see. That looks good.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Quesadilla with your Weather Watch update for this weekend. Tornado warnings are already popping up this evening, and severe weather will continue through the night in portions of Oklahoma, Kansas, Missouri, and Arkansas. This storm will shift east tomorrow. Make sure you have multiple ways to get weather alerts throughout the night. And don't forget to move those clocks ahead 1 hour Saturday night. We are springing forward, just like we are springing forward into unaffordable housing, higher grocery bills, crazy gas prices, and war with our besties, Israel. Well, until next time, I'm Mrs. Q from Murder the Media, and I'm so happy to be back.
Hi, everybody. Thank you, Mrs. Quesadilla, for the weather update. You know, it's oddly warm outside, and they say that that's going to cause some severe weather later, some extreme weather. Speaking of extreme, got a special guest with us who's going to have to change the name of his show here pretty soon. This is Connie with Conspiracy Extremist.
I thought we were like just shooting the shit like the way we normally open, and then we cut into Connie. Remember?
No,
You don't remember? It literally was just talked about 5 minutes ago.
I don't pay attention. I'm psyching myself up for the show.
Okay, very good.
Let me continue on. He's going to have to change the name of his show here pretty soon. Why do you ask? Because there aren't conspiracies. There's just a bunch of truth that everybody was right about this entire time, no matter how extreme it was. Connie, welcome to the show.
Yo, what's up, guys?
I don't know. Well, there's a lot that's up.
There's a lot that's up.
But I'm going to let you lead with that. What is your most pressing thing you would like to talk about this evening?
Probably the droughts in Africa. I think it's very concerning. I'm not sure if you guys heard this, but
Oh, yeah.
no.
Jewish weather control.
This is
Sure
news
have.
to me.
Yes, yeah. There's droughts in Africa, and the poor African tribes there. They've been oppressed for a long time by the whites, and so now they've got droughts and no water. So
So when you
it's a
say
sad story, and
when you say poor Africans, you mean financially?
fine. That's correct. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
okay.
That's correct.
I feel
Because
it's
they're
re-
happy. They're happy people.
I feel it's redundant to say poor Africans. You could just say Africans.
Yeah, it's implied.
That's a good point. That's fair.
Yeah. There's some drafts or some droughts there.
There's droughts. Yeah, there's a lot of murder, rape, weird, ritual killings.
I feel like AI is going to solve that problem. Here's a conspiracy for you, Connie. This is brand new. I just came up with this today. Okay, you got AI. You got them all saying that they're going to be replacing the vast majority of white-collar jobs anywhere from the next 1 to 10 years, right? And they're also spending all of their money on this AI technology, building these data centers and improving their technology and trying to one-up each other. And traditionally in a business model, you need people to have a decent economy in order to buy your services or products, correct?
Yeah.
Right? That's just how it's always
Yes.
been, right? But if AI is going to replace everybody's job, what product will there be to sell and who's going to buy it?
That is a good question.
It was too good. It chased
Yeah.
him off.
Sex, prostitutes.
Well,
Maybe.
I don't know. AI sex bots might be
Yeah.
coming.
Well, you know what?
Literally.
I have an answer for you guys. So this, I was bringing up the droughts in Africa about these poor. Oh, look, you can see my vodka on my desk. That's cool.
Nice.
I was bringing
Glug,
out
glug,
bringing up the droughts because these poor Africans. Because I spent, I did a big deep dive today on Yakub. Have you heard of this character, Yakub?
Yeah. Yes, I have.
Yeah, he invented
Okay.
white people.
Well, pretty based, huh?
Yeah. Yeah,
Now,
I'd say
y-
if you were going to invent
Do you
something.
know how? Do you know the legend of how he invented white people?
A laboratory.
No.
What?
So the legend goes that Yakub, and now this is all third-hand information, so it's factual. Yakub, essentially, he picked the lightest skin blacks and bred them so they would breed a lighter skin person. And then he would pick those lighter skin ones and breed them, and all the darker ones he'd fucking kill.
Based.
Not kidding.
I like it so far.
But how did he make him whiter than what he already had to?
It's just, dude, it's
I'm not the genius. I'm sorry.
they're
I'm
black
criticizing-
people, Nick.
I'm not the genius. Yakub was.
It doesn't
Who am
make
I to
sense.
question him and his giant cranial wisdom?
Yeah. I just think it's funny you try to figure out like what black people were trying to do. It's like, well, no, they're just, come on. No, it's not going to make sense.
Hold on, a black
man.
did what? Wait, no.
That's just them spray painting, using white people spray paint.
Connie, how you been, brother?
I've been excellent, dude. I'm down this Yakub fucking rabbit hole, man. There's a lot more that goes into it. I mean, if you guys want to talk, if you don't want to talk about black people, if you're racist, that's fine. We don't have to talk about their struggle, their trials and tribulations. But
Well, we're racist and we talk about black people a lot.
in a positive
Disparaging
way, right?
No. Well, it depends on
All
the
right.
context. What happened to them in whatever conversation we're having. But before we jump off the deep end on Yakub, I do have to get the professionals' take on this new thing I've come up with, right? So they replace your jobs with AI. They spend all of their money, hundreds of billions of dollars. Right. Governments invest in it. They take over land and build these large data centers for essentially what's going to replace human beings, right?
Yeah.
So now human beings won't be there to buy anything. And historically, all of these tech companies or any other company is a company because they sell a product, one type of product or another. But if there's nobody to buy it anymore,
Then what's the point?
have they transcended money and they have something totally different in mind? Everybody's constantly talking about, well, what are people going to do when their jobs are replaced? They're not going to be able to get another one because the market is already so saturated with immigrants. And that's true. Do they just not give a shit because something else is happening? Why would they cut their own throats after spending hundreds of billions of dollars and destroying everybody's ability to have a revenue, have an income? What are people going to do?
I've theorized, but I want to hear what Connie's take.
Okay, so these people don't give a shit about money. The people who are in charge of all this shit, like, they don't care about money. Money isn't, it's not even like a thing. Like, they have assets. They have slaves. They fuck kids. Like, oh wait, I mean, allegedly. And so they
No.
care
You
about...
can say they 100% fuck children at this point. It's all
It's
out
pretty
there.
out.
Yeah. That's why I say you got to change the name of your show. It's just Truth Extremist at this point.
Right. Yeah, that's a good point. They don't care. They are not humans. They are. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this book. It's a novel called The Bible, and there was this part of the Bible where the Watchers came down and they had sex with humans and made the Nephilim. And then the Nephilim were this abomination that was just eating people. They were eating children, eating women, and that's what these people are. They've disguised themselves. They're part of fucking evil demons and half human, and they pretend to be fellow whites. If you get my drift. And
Are you saying they're
so
Jews?
Yes, they're Jews. And so
I
don't give...
never heard that the Nephilim were Jews.
Huh.
Oh yeah.
I haven't either.
Okay, we need like a priest that we can call, be like, hey, I need you to verify this stuff. Here's the thing, everything's true now. Continue.
Now, when I say Jews, I mean those who say they're Jews that are not. So I'm not talking about like the people from the tribe of Judah. I'm talking about those current white Polish people who claim they're Jewish.
Do they attend a specific synagogue?
Yeah, it's called Israel.
Okay.
That's their synagogue. And essentially that's why they rape and eat children. So, but circling back to your question about AI, these people who are like the heads of these tech companies that are building out and ruining everyone's lives and destroying the economy, they don't give a shit about money. Money is not a real thing. As far as like fiat money, like they have all the assets in the world, and they're evil demons who, just want to destroy humanity, and they're Satan, the adversary. They're against us.
I have heard floated.
Does that explain everything?
It explains some of it. I've heard floated that what they're accidentally bringing about with AI is like a technological Jesus savior figure. In doing so, would be like a technological antichrist, which is coinciding at the exact same time as Christian Zionist evangelicals are attempting to bring about the resurrection of Christ by the destruction of the third temple. So these are two different, maybe conflicting, maybe not conflicting antichrists that are coming right around at about the same time, potentially. Now, I know to some people, they think that sounds crazy. But I've seen the video of Pete Hegseth, Secretary of War, explaining that, hey, if the third temple gets destroyed during this madness in Iran, we might be able to bring about the resurrection. That might just be a byproduct of it. Have you heard this? Have you seen this? Oh, yeah. Yeah,
there's a damn thing. I started my new job. I've been even more disconnected from it.
It must be nice. It's horrible for the show, but luckily we have Connie for that.
Yes.
Well,
okay.
Yeah, he was like basically saying, well, look, guys, if it happens, it happens, with a shit-eating grin on his face. He's all about it. The Secretary of War, great secretary by the way, takes great notes. He's got a great calendar of events that are going to happen, such as bombing Iran, World War III, bringing back the Antichrist, or bringing the Antichrist. So he's doing a great job, and he openly says it, and so do a lot of people that are in the Trump administration, also a lot of people in Israel, because keep in mind, guys, I don't know if you're theologians like me, but essentially the Jews, well, the evangelicals want to bring Jesus back, right, in the end times. The Jews want to bring their Christ because they think Jesus was a false rabbi who's burning in shit and piss.
Yeah, they're not big fans. They're not big fans of the Americans' Jesus, right?
No.
In fact, they spit on you in their own country for believing in him or proselytizing or just walking around with a cross. And it's a weird match. We got a weird dual loyalty going on here with people who openly hate Christ and then people on our side who advocate on those Christ haters' behalf.
Yeah.
I don't understand the dynamic.
I was going to say it's an odd dynamic, but who are you? Well, who are we to question what the chosen people believe, though?
That's true. In fact, I won't anymore. I say we go all out. We keep going with this Iran thing. By the way, we're blaming Russia now for giving Iran coordinates and places for Iran to send their missiles. So now we're going to war with Russia again, maybe not by proxy this time. The Israelis have already said, man, you know who's really bad right now? And you're going, oh, Iran, huh? And they're like, no, Turkey. Turkey's got to go.
Oh, jeez.
They just don't stop. Which brings me to the title of the show, guys. But before we get into that, Dick, there's something I want you to play. I found it an interesting video of a guy having a conversation with himself. And it's just a guy standing. It's a guy sitting on the floor.
Okay.
And then it's a guy, standing next to. Let's roll that and just see how everybody feels about this.
All right.
Why aren't I doing anything? What do you mean? I mean, like, everyone's out here saying, why doesn't somebody do anything? Why doesn't someone do anything?
Right,
but,
right. So it's like, why don't I do
the implied question there really is then you go, well, why aren't I doing anything?
Right. If you want to just look at yourself. We're all the same person.
I think there's, like, some obvious ones. The truest one is that stuff from that On Killing book, it's just, like, deeply abhorrent in our nature.
Right.
To harm another human being.
Right.
So it's actually nice, that most of us will go out of our way as much as we can not to hurt each other. But obviously, sometimes got to do the right thing. Take one for the team, spiritually speaking. I guess the next reason I wouldn't is, who am I
to make that choice for everyone else? Like,
right?
It should be something that we all
right.
Like justice is a
bad
vigilante.
things
The
will
point
happen if someone does something.
Right.
It doesn't seem like a choice that one person should
right.
make.
We need to have like a consensus that
So,
is saying this is the group.
It feels like we need a way that
what's the word?
That everyone was in agreement.
Proving.
Everyone sanctioned it. It was like, no, we want to take this risk, for a better world or whatever.
Right.
Just some justice.
Sanctioning?
Some
I already said
pretend
that.
version of it exists, I guess. And then, even if that stuff didn't bother me that much, there's just the practicality of how,
Right.
who,
Exactly.
where, when,
It's such a
who deserves it?
opaque
Who's gonna
thing.
actually make some change?
Right.
Send a message, and then how? Who I trust besides you?
Right, because it needs other people.
Who I trust not to do the right thing, really put themselves and their wellness first, keep things stable. I mean, most of us, there's this stability, there's this peace. We do anything to avoid any break of that. I wouldn't want to put that on anybody.
Right,
else.
exactly. It's not your choice to make, blah, blah. And
So, I don't want to put them in a position where they got to, snitch on me or something, and I don't trust anybody I'd meet online or something like that. That seems Fed shit for sure. Who do I trust? Who do I actually trust to do this? And then you have to do no technology.
Yeah.
No phones,
analog.
no nothing, no radio even. You'd have to be olden times about it. Because they did stuff then,
Dad drops and spy stuff.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe. Maybe it's just you and me.
pickle.
That is the best synopsis of how I think every single person I know feels.
Yeah.
Everybody would be, here's what's crazy. Every single person I know, and probably most people that most people know, to some extent are saying to themselves, because I used to say this to myself too, we just need the right person to just give the green light.
Right.
Just need the right person that everybody would be like, okay, that guy said it. It's time to go.
Everybody was hoping it would be Trump.
Yep, took the words right out of my mouth.
Yeah.
Everybody was hoping it would be Trump. It wasn't. Now you get the same thing you've had your entire life. And now people are having this conversation once again. The important takeaway from this is everybody's been having this conversation.
Yeah.
And they touch on every single thing that's important. It's like, you feel alone. You can't be the only one to act. You would be ostracized. You'd be called crazy. You'd be prosecuted. You'd be thrown in jail. They'd make an example out of you.
Not just that, but I mean, we're polite, nice whites. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. We're good. We're nice white people. We don't want to necessarily inflict pain and, cause suffering. And none of us have, for the most part, have really had to.
Yeah.
Do such a thing.
It's
do the
not,
hard thing.
It's
and
not
we don't have that one specific trigger to be like, now it's time to do it.
Another thing they said in there was, who do you go after? Like, what do you, like, what's, basically what's the target? Now that I've got an answer for. It's all of them. Sorry, it's all of them. It goes back to the Rothschilds, right? When I go, okay, your family has racked up a legacy for hundreds of years of just controlling everything by destruction and coercion and subversion. And nobody can quite totally 100% prove it, but it's like, but everybody knows. So you just be like, look, I'm sure there's some good ones of you Rothschild people, but we can't risk it.
Well, hold on.
I'm just talking Rothschilds, not all Jews.
I know.
Okay.
I'm saying on the topic of the Rothschilds, I mean, do you think they don't know what type of nefarious shit their family's done and how they do not, or how they, live off of those horrible deeds they've done?
Uh-huh.
Well, complacency.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, they've been complacent in the atrocities their family has taken part in.
And I've got to mention, I didn't say that just because they're Jewish, you anti-Semites out there. What I'm saying is, a reputation is built over time when it comes to a structure, right?
Yeah.
It gets a reputation. And I want y'all to think of what's a reputation in the United States that's just absolutely tarnished. They're tyrannical. They hate you. They lie to you. They steal your money. They throw you in jail. They don't even let you protest without rounding you up by the thousands with all of their FBI counterterrorism teams and all that. Oh, it's the United States government. I think that at
Jews.
this point they have had enough of a run to where at this point you can be like, yeah, I don't think they're ever going to turn it around. And they just keep telling me my entire life that, well, it's your fault for not voting the right way. Vote harder next time, guys.
You didn't vote hard enough. Vote like you
I voted
mean
like
it.
6 times. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Voted 6 times. Like
Only
was
6?
that not hard enough?
Well,
Oh wait, how many times did you vote?
Did you mean it when you voted that much? You got to
No.
vote harder.
I think that's the problem.
yeah. It's almost like a spiritual thing. You've got to put in the extra mental effort too.
Right.
But so some people are advocating for like, well, you know what we need to do? We need to vote for the other party. Let's accelerate the. Who's really bad? The Democrats are bad.
Oh, yeah.
We'll vote for them, and they'll accelerate the decline. And I'm like, that's a lot of extra steps instead of just killing people.
Right.
Can you say that? I'm not saying to kill people. I'm saying it's a lot of extra steps instead of just, It's like, okay, well, who's bad, right? Well, right now the Republicans are terrible. Well, you know who's worse? The Democrats. So if we put them in, it'll all fall apart and they'll tear it down and everything, right?
Yeah.
It's like,
remember when that this fictitious bad guy that is actually all the same bad guy, but you've cut it into red and blue teams, or rather they did, and you fall for it. It didn't fall apart.
No, it's weird how this machine just keeps chugging along.
It got gradually shittier, and then our guy came in, and it got a smidge better. Culturally, it was cool, and it's all just steadily declining.
Isn't it?
At the same rate.
Isn't it weird? And the thing was, there was this odd chance. There was this odd little moment in time. This little sliver in time where it all could have changed. It almost happened, even though it didn't, because nobody brought guns or killed anybody. But they were still persecuted like they did. January 6th. What an example of what could have been. Connie, go.
No one went to jail for January 6th. That was all made up. I will say, I think it's pretty cool that now that Trump's in office, we could say there's two genders. I mean, are you guys tired of winning yet? That's pretty dope. Yeah. So here's the thing, guys. Nothing's going to change until we start publicly hanging these politicians. I want to start a podcast called MT Politicians. And I think that's what we should do. And I do advocate for MT politicians. And you could start with like your local politician. I mean, what I liked about that video is that you knew it was a dagger. Very good.
Yeah, my holster should be arriving tomorrow.
Nice.
Matter of fact,
It's a
dagger's a great
good
gun.
price. And we should also, you could use all the tools in your bucket that you have, but you should. So MT Politicians is a great motto or mantra, and that's what I advocate, because nothing's going to change until we start that movement.
So speaking of that,
you don't know what MT. No one knows what MT stands for, so you can't hold me liable for anything.
Might be Montana.
Yeah, why not?
It might. Yeah, it is probably Montana.
Montana politicians. There's a tranny there too, by the way, in Montana.
Nice.
Also, MT trannies.
I think I like what you're doing with. I like it. Yeah, we'll just put that in the beginning of everything we hate. So I got to thinking, like, one thing, and we're obviously breaking this thing that you can't do. We're starting to do it, and I think more people need to do it. I saw Tyler Oliveira starting to do it, and that is, I feel that the next logical step before outright violence is mainstreaming the idea of revolutionary radical violence. And I put radical in quotes because our forefathers are just laughing at us like, you fucking pussies. Wow, you guys are fucking pussies. So it has not been allowed. It's been verboten. It's been forbidden. You do not talk about, and don't you think it's ironic that the only way out of this now is the one thing you can't say? Oh, who's in power? Well, we might have to take them out of power violently.
Yeah.
Because nothing else has worked. Isn't that crazy? So I want people to start talking about it, and I will start here.
We're starting it.
Well,
I mean, I've been doing it for a while.
Can I say something real quick about the flaw in our... So the flaw in the way our government's set up is that unlike monarchies, where there's been good and bad monarchies, but the thing about monarchies is you had that option. If you had a really bad monarch, eventually one person done, you're good to go. The problem with how we set up the flaw is that we have 3 branches of government. They do all the checks and balances, all that great stuff that they don't actually do. The idea was great, but it's almost like a octopus where you have to cut off all the tentacles at once. Otherwise, as some people know, if you try to push back a little bit, you end up in prison for a little while. And so, that's just a critique that I have about not democracy, but like a republic, the way we have our government set up.
Just modern America.
Great. Correct. Yes. I mean, you are correct that Washington, Jefferson, all the founders, we are rolling over in their graves, looking at like what we're doing. We're just like sitting back, taking it in the ass. and not actually doing anything. But the thing about monarchies is you could just cut the head off the snake and you can like start over.
Well, it does make sense. However, that's what the Trump administration is struggling with right now. They thought that they just take out the Ayatollah and it's all done. Well, they'll fall in line. Well, that didn't happen. Now did it? So you're right. And that's like I was saying about like the Rothschild analogy I was using. You go, well, I mean, do you work for the government? Okay, sorry, you were participating in this. You were participating in literally killing us and genociding us. And people are like, genociding? What are you talking about? Textbook definition, replacing a population with the foreign population, that's genocide. So now we are being genocided. But again, you don't have to go out and do anything as of yet. I mean, ideally, that is what's going to have to happen. But for right now, I think that the best thing to do is start normalizing just talking about it, because nobody has said anything about it for all these years. It's all these silly little plans of like, well, maybe politically in 20 years we can do this or we can do that, or we'll start here building this grassroots. No, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Look at the now Lulbertarians. That was a noble party in the beginning. It was a noble movement. They knew that that's what it was, and they turned it into a bunch of marijuana smoking fucking kid fucker illegal lovers.
Yeah, Redditors.
Yeah, basically. You know, I had something else I wanted to play that would kind of emphasize. Yeah, go ahead.
Can I
by the
support
way,
what you just said?
Tyranny number 1 sent $5 and said, "Is Connie really Asbut's AI Claudebot, or have I been tricked again?"
Both. Yes to both of them.
Thank you for the donation.
I want to back up what you just said, because the right wing is so cucked and gay. We're on YouTube.
I just say what you want.
For now.
Okay, yeah, they're all gay. I'll just basically say that, and they're all cucked. At least like the left, which I hate fucking leftists. I want them all to perish.
For sure.
In a epic,
yeah.
Lose them in a boating accident. But they're at least they've got that Luigi. I don't even know if that's real. I think that might be bullshit. But the reaction, they made him a hero. We don't have anyone like that. We're all like, if we had a right wing Luigi Manioni or whatever his gay name is, act out in some violent way for justice that we perceive it, we'd be like, oh, we condone violence. That's bad. That's not good. We can't support that. We're going to not support that guy. Like he did a bad thing. Like, it's so fucking gay and cucked. Like the right wing, or at least as what you perceive as, I'm not talking about Republicans. I'm even talking about like far right fascist conservatives like myself. Maybe you'd call me a Nazi. I don't know. We're all still so cucked, we're not willing to do anything. And I think it's because, yes, we do have investments in our family and our future and things like that. But still, dude, where is our fucking Luigi Manioni or whatever the bag's name is? I don't know.
Well, I'd like to touch on Luigi and say, right when this happened, I saw the right especially being like, violence is never acceptable. And I'm like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Violence has been the only thing that would cause a political shift the way that the citizenry would want something to go. This is historical.
There's two things that work.
Yep.
The threat of violence and violence.
And the follow through.
But they're not worried.
Yeah, I was not up. Look, did the healthcare CEO have family and all that? Yeah, he did. Mm-hmm. But he ran a vile corporation that profited off of essentially keeping people sick and killing them. Okay, so I can see why people would have a problem with that. If people have a problem with that, I'm talking to the leftists now, right? If people had a problem with that on that scale, that's minimal compared to what your government does every day. And I say that to the right too. But let's play a video of people finally starting to speak honestly. And there's no flaws in what these people are saying. And when you hear it out, you go, you only have a finite amount of time. This is probably the last generation. You are existing in it before it's totally changed for the worse. Let's roll this video.
What you're seeing, especially in what used to be called the White Dominions, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, especially, is you're seeing they're starting to speed run.
So shit, Connie can't hear this, can he?
He can't. We're going to have to explain it to him.
Okay, well,
I haven't found a way to patch in stereo mix.
We'll figure it out.
Amateur. Shut up. I'll kill you.
They're starting to come out of their crouch and basically just be like, yeah, actually, in the 21st century, I think they've increased the population of Canada by like 35%. Right. And so even that is small. The Spanish government was just like, we're going to legalize 500,000. Oh, but that's just an estimate. That's just an estimate of how many people that plan will suck in. It probably will be more like over 1 million. Right. And so, and those people are Schengen. They can go anywhere in Europe, and you will see them do that. And and so what you could see in the U.S., if basically the next time Democrats win the presidency, people talk about like mass immigration. Like, no, we've not seen mass immigration. We have no idea what mass immigration is. Mass immigration is not 2 million people entering the U.S. a year. Mass immigration starts, I would not call it mass until it was like 10 a year. And like mass immigration is really the 10 to 50 to 100 million a year.
But that's what could spark civil war.
No.
I don't know. I'm seeing it here.
No, because people have no balls. People have no balls.
Bingo.
And actually, they will not resist. They will not resist. All of, the thought that they will get their muskets and put on their tri-cornered hats or whatever. When you go back into the period when people actually did this, you're just like, fuck, these people are completely alien to us. Never happen. It won't happen at all. What will happen is exactly what happened in South Africa, which is they will just acknowledge that they've lost all of their power forever, and then they will sit quietly in their houses and build more and more barbed wire and electric fences until finally they are exterminated in one big pogrom. That's the future. That's what will happen to your children.
And we all know it. So, Connie, the synopsis says this gentleman was essentially saying that he compared the future United States to the current South Africa, which is, it used to be ran by whites and did well until they eventually let themselves be overrun. And now all the whites that still have money left build their compounds and they put up barbed wire fence and everything. And they just kind of live their life out surrounded by enemies that want to kill them. And eventually those enemies will just up and decide to kill them one day, and that will be the end of them. So the same thing will 1,000,000% happen in the United States once we're bringing in tens of millions of people from, tens of millions of people that hate us from places that hate us, and bringing them into a country that the country indoctrinates those people to say, you should hate these people. You should hate these white people here. So when that's your option staring you in the face, we all know it's going to happen unless you stop the people, not the people coming in. You stop the people letting them in. I understand why people would be mad at immigrants. That's perfectly righteous. You can be. However, they had to get here somehow. They had to be let in somehow. They had to be taken care of somehow by some means. All of it is your government. Welcoming them, feeding them, housing them, telling them to hate you, rape you, murder you, letting them out with very minimal charges for the most egregious crimes against you, and so on and so forth. And as of right now, there's really, comparatively to other nations, not that many, but one day there soon will be. And then the guy went on to, the guy that was interviewing him said, well, yeah, it's enough to spark a civil war. And the guy says, it's not going to happen. Americans don't have any balls. They're just going to let it happen. They're going to complain about it, which has been my complaint recently about this whole noticing thing. Everybody's been talking about noticing for years. I've been talking about noticing for years. At what point do you stop talking about noticing because you've already fucking noticed, and now maybe you start talking about doing something about it? We've got to move past the complaining phase and start moving towards the advocating for doing something about it phase. And maybe one day, you asked about Luigi Mangione, maybe one day that type of rhetoric will create tens of thousands of those people. I mean, that's a coward's way out. It's still trying to get somebody else to do it for you. Right. But it's like a lone wolf style sleeper cell insurgency, which we all know works. Look at Afghanistan and shit, you know? Like, we could not beat the people despite having all this power. You look at January 6th. I love going back to this example because it's like they got caught on the back foot one day. It's like that Any Given Sunday speech. It just takes that one day and that one time with the right mentality and the right people. And on that day, that entire city, that entire district could have been razed, and all of those people paid for their crimes. Whether they were guilty of it or not, they participated in it. What my baby mama Hoas sent $5 says, oh, wow, now Connie is saying he thinks that shit was fake, but he was singing a whole other tune at first and calling me stupid for the exact stance he now takes. Connie, you are stupid.
Dude, he
from
just
Whoop
makes
My
shit
Baby
up, dude.
Mama
Don't listen to
Hoas.
him. He's retarded. He's short, too. He's like 5'5". Guys, don't listen to that guy.
Thanks for the $5
I have-
donation.
Yeah, that's $5 for being 5'5". Good job, buddy. Anyways, yeah, we're all pussified and retarded. And I think it's been a eugenics operation to get us here, where the controllers, let's just call it the Jays, have been working because it benefits them, especially the top tier ones, to lower the IQ, lower the testosterone of a nation in order to colonize it. And I know people say that word and it's a gay word to use, but literally that's what's happening. Like, they literally colonized. Yeah, they are smart. Like, when they say the trope about Ashkenazi IQ being high, I believe it, man. They're smart dudes. They're they are smart in an evil way.
You're right.
You know what I mean?
Through the last, let me turn off that bed. There we go, because I didn't add to the guest screen. Anyways, no, you're right. For the past, couple generations, they've realized how comfortable people can get, how complacent we can get with taking a little way here, taking more and more and more. But then also, if anyone has a problem with it, punish. And eventually that just sort of leaves your mind the thought of fighting back, the thought of doing something about
that's
any
like
of this.
The guy in the gun video was saying, you can't use phones and you can't use technology and stuff. Now, they were talking about if you were to be plotting something, but technology is a great... It's got a great power over people, where I think that's a big piece of everybody telling themselves, well, yeah, but if we did something this crazy, this extreme, like, not wanting to die or become slaves, we would lose potentially access to YouTube. And what would I do without things like that? What would I do if I didn't have Instagram to scroll? What would I do without this phone? Rumble, any of it, yeah.
I'd watch Rumble if I lost YouTube. But Bill, here's the thing, dude. We used to be a nation where men would leave their families. They'd have like 10 fucking kids, a fucking hot wife. She's probably 24 and he's got 10 kids somehow. I don't want to talk about that, but he would leave and go fight a war to protect his nation, and these were white fucking Chads, man, and they would die and leave they would be willing to die and leave their kids without a father, their wife without a husband, to protect their nation. We don't have a nation. We don't have a nation.
No, we don't.
It's destroyed. So it's unfortunate, but it's the truth.
Well, they are the people y'all were referring to. I would, credit where credit is due. Very formidable adversary. Of course, they've been working on this. It's part of their history that they have to survive this way. That's why they're so good at it. It's not hidden. It's not even really a lie. It's in all the texts and everything. They were, they were banished by God to roam the earth and not have a home for thousands of years. This is in their book. Okay, it's not being anti-Semitic or anything, and they know that. In fact, they fight in Israel over this, about them bringing back the Messiah and stuff, because there's a large sect of them that are like, you can't do that. It happens in God's time, but you're trying to bring it about. You're trying to bring about the prophecy and everything. They fight over it. But what they'll say to the people trying to trying to bring about their Christ is, we were punished to roam the world without a nation for thousands of years. This is part of that punishment. Why am I bringing all that up? Because of that, that's why they have this ability, this mentality, this strategy. They've had to come up with this. You can't even really blame them for it. Now, that said, I have said for years now, it's very easy for people to be like, oh, it's definitely Israel. It's definitely the Jews, blah, blah, blah. It still has always been the responsibility of your elected officials to have your best interests in mind and at heart, and your security at heart. So who is to really blame? It's the people that didn't protect you from those people, but rather the people who took money from them in order to essentially destroy your life and send your children off to war and go more and more broke as only a select few amount of people get rich, and have this entire multifaceted, unending ecosystem of surveillance and propaganda and social media and news and money and now like the flock cameras and the AI, and if this is all used and has been used with the permission of your government to be used against you, that's just another example of why they've got to go. They've just been against you my entire life. They have no problem killing you in a war that doesn't benefit us. They have no problem raising the what's the national debt up to now?
Oh, jeez.
40 trillion or
40
something
trillion,
like
50
that. But don't worry,
let me
another
call
war's going to
Thomas
turn it
Massey
all
real
around.
quick.
Yeah, he'll
get him
know.
on the horn.
I'll get Thomas Massey on the horn. He'll answer it. So, yes, I understand the. Oh, geez, my fucking camera. It's the Jews again, not again. But you're proposing. You can switch off me. But you're proposing that I understand your argument. Like, do we blame the controllers or do we blame the people who are actually taking the action? And I say kill them all. I mean, that's my attitude about it. Just they're both equally to blame, because it's like, all right, so is the slave who's committing them, like if you got a slave, right, or a not even a slave, you got someone that you've blackmailed and you're like, hey, I blackmailed you, now you got to go commit this crime. Who's more at fault? I think they're both equally at fault, because a real man would be like, fuck you, hey, guess what, everybody, I fucked a kid. I'm gonna take my punishment. We don't even have to say fuck a kid. I embezzled money. Let's say they're being blackmailed for that. Push come to shove, if you did a bad thing and someone's trying to blackmail you for it, you should be like, you know what? I should take responsibility. I should go to jail, or whatever my punishment is that is equal to the crime that I committed, and it takes all the power from the other person. Right. But the other guy's taking advantage of someone doing an evil crime. So isn't that like almost the same equality of evilness?
Yeah, I have no.
That's the way I see it.
I have no reason to split hairs. The politician has to do seppuku, and the people that were, is seppuku the right word? Where you have to stab yourself? Yeah, on camera, live.
Isn't it?
No, it's,
Hitty-kitty?
the game is called it's called Sudoku, and so it's where you put like numbers in the boxes.
That's even worse.
It would have been
than
funny if you said Sudoku.
I'd rather die.
But yeah, again, nobody's in a position to split hairs right now. People gotta go. That's it. That's
You're
it.
corrupt. You're gone.
Hey, I can think off the top of my head right now, whether it be government or oligarchical technocrats or what, I can think of a lot of them who'd be like, you know what? We're better. You got to look at it collectively, right? I'm sorry, we're better off without you. We're taking your money, and you're either going to exile or you're gonna die. I'll even let them pick sometimes, right? Depending on the severity of it. But the thing is, like, when one politician does, one deal to get a military contractor X amount of money in order to manufacture and sell weapons to us or whoever else, the next thing that's got to happen is a war. See what I'm saying? It's all downstream, and it gets way worse from their tiny little bullshit infractions at the top. You'll never not have a corrupt system, but at the same time, you got to admit that it's so corrupt, it's not savable. They're not going to change. The lawmakers aren't going to pass laws to put themselves in prison.
Right.
The lawmakers aren't going to pass laws to make it easy for them to be voted out.
The government isn't going to make itself smaller.
Yeah. What was the law that they just said they're not going to pass? They just did this yesterday.
The glyphosate thing? Or no.
No, it was like, I think the SAVE Act was one of them. Oh, they were wanting to either get rid of or put out the names of all the politicians who have a slush fund covered by the American taxpayer that quietly pays victims of politicians' sexual abuses and harassments. Have you all heard of this? Yeah, it's been around for years. They voted to not do away with it. I think Kristi Noem, who just got fired by Trump, sponsored the bill. I think it was her bill, where they said, I want to vote to get rid of this fund that is exclusively for fucking paying off victims of these Republican and Democrat politicians that fuck their staffers and rape and molest and harass people. Your taxpayer money pays that off. Is that not enough? Now, there's a list of all the people who voted to not get rid of that.
Good. I'd like to see the list.
How's that for a good start?
That's a good start. That's a damn good start. Good Lord.
Can I give a controversial pushback on that?
I'll allow it.
All right. I think some of these, and now I don't know these quote unquote victims, but because this list, you are correct. This thing has been existing for a long time. I think some of these people might just be giving it up just so they can get some dinero, if you know what I mean. Like, it's kind of like we know what's up, and it's all going, like, we're paying for everything. So the politicians are getting good pussy. These sluts are getting a little bit of money. And I think I do agree that we should get rid of it, yes. But I think using the word victim sometimes is not the right word. I think it's opportunist. If that makes sense.
Well, again, we're splitting hairs. It's not really a counter argument because the point
yeah,
still stands. Yeah, it still stays. It's like, sorry.
Kill all of them.
That's what we're not going to get bogged down by, folks.
Yeah.
Sorry. We can't take the risk. We think it's not good for us.
This is one of those things that's black and white. It's clearly black and white, right?
Yeah, I'm white.
Are you corrupt or in favor of corruption?
Yeah.
You're gone. You're out.
Oh, did you? Oh, I'm sorry. Are you a judge that let off a few pedophiles with slaps on the wrist?
Pedophiles, murderers.
Reoffended? Yeah, you got to go. Sorry. We can't. We simply, look, I don't hate you. We just can't risk it.
Yeah.
We just can't risk it. I'm sorry. You got to go.
You know what? As a Christian, you can still have forgiveness. But that doesn't mean you're free of consequence.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah, I say we set up the gulag in Ohio.
Yes.
Dick, you should have zoomed in on your face. Damn it, you had a missed opportunity there. That fucking face you made, dude, was dope, man. Just zoom right in on your, just steel eye, you have consequences. There we go. I wish I could zoom in. I'm gonna take a picture.
Miss Castillo, zoom in.
And yeah, I'm gonna jerk off to that later. It's great.
You're getting dangerously close to being on this list. Guys, guys, let's take a moment to help pay the bills. If you support the show and support radical violent extremism, donate to Murder the Media either via Rumble Rants. That's not the preferable option, but if it's easy for you, you know what? Go ahead. We got to buy a new Stream Deck because the X keys aren't working. You can also use this Cash App. What do they call that? QR code when it pops up. Yeah. And just send money directly to us. There it is. It works. Forest Mommy and only Forest Mommy prove that. Nobody else. Send us a little Cash App. And also, Dick, go ahead.
Whatever you send us, we'll read it on air. And we'll react to it. You could change the flow of the conversation if you want. Whether you agree or disagree. You can call us names. You could call me fat. You could call Vil fat. Like, you can do whatever you want. Just send us
$10.
money.
We'll say
Do
the
it.
N-word. Next story. Speaking of changing it up, here's a story I really wanted to touch on.
Can I,
Yeah, go ahead. Jump in.
So I was gonna say, if anyone that, so I did post this on Twitter. I was gonna try to like simul stream, but that's not important. If anyone's here from that found it from my Twitter or my show, if you guys, whatever money that you're gonna give me, because usually I get like 10 grand a night for my followers. If you're here, if you could just donate it to these guys
from Israel,
I would really appreciate it. They are fucking awesome. I think Dick was very instrumental in our episode with the Tiger King. Oh, cool. That camera's just going away. But anyways, guys, give them money. Don't be cheap. Don't be gay. Black people don't donate. So be a white person and donate. So that's all I have to say.
they have a
That's a
history
good
of not
message.
tipping, but don't worry, they're not watching the show anyway.
Get
the
the
very
money,
least-
faggots.
You know what? Don Jolly says it best. At the very least, hit the like button.
Yeah, you can. I mean, that does something. I think. I don't know.
I don't know.
Hey, click on the. Iran was behind all of the Trump assassination attempts. They've got somebody in custody. Guys,
federal
don't worry
trial of
about it. They got him.
Don't worry. He's caught. This menace has been caught.
In the federal trial of a Pakistani man, prosecutors accuse him of plotting to assassinate American political leaders, including President Trump. He says Iran was behind it all. Alexis McAdams is outside the Brooklyn Federal Courthouse in New York City.
Yeah, this just came out, I think, today on Fox, of course. Yeah, Iran was behind it all. What great timing. I totally believe it. Do you remember when it happened and they said at the time, when the assassination attempt happened at the time, and they were like certain neocons in the government and shit were like, Iran is trying to assassinate you, President Trump. And then it was some weird, two weird white guys, right? And now this Pakistani who claims he was paid $2,000 by Iran. I know they're hurting, but I feel like a president. Those are American dollars. So that, yeah, if they would have paid him $2,000 for a successful assassination attempt 1 year ago, that would be worth $1,600 today.
Hey, you know what? If he's that cheap, let's pull some money together.
Ooh, I like where your head's at.
I do find it ironic. Oh, by the way, guys, Connie makes $10,000 per show. That's the truth. He does really well. We're glad to have him on here, and maybe some of that will rub off on us because I'm.
Speaking of which,
Jason Unchained tipped $5. Rogue Fund.
Oh shit.
Because I'm still waiting on Israel to send me 7,000. Maybe I'm not saying the right things though. I don't know. What did Jason have to say?
I'm going to the dashboard right now. I apologize. I never.
No, that's fine. While you do that, I will say it's come out that
Frosty is asking what the Cash App is, dude. It's right next to Vil. Just look at the screen.
It'll pop up.
It was literally. It was right there 2 seconds ago. You just
Here, hold
use
on.
your phone,
I'll get it.
You take a picture, or you open your camera, or your gun.
There
Either
it
one
is.
works.
I've paused it.
Yeah.
But let's not wait around on that because have either of y'all heard, Dick, you probably have not, Connie, you probably have, that Israel promised to pay people $7,000 per pro-Israel post, and now those people that were supposed to be getting paid by Israel per post are suing Israel because they never got paid. And I'm like,
Yep.
Stereotypes
You fucking
exist.
idiots. You fucking retards.
They exist for a reason.
Get fucked.
You
All right,
deserve
W
that.
Israel. I mean,
who didn't see that coming? $7,000. What am I going to pay you $700 for? $70 a post is a little steep. You owe me $7. What did our great donator on Stream Elements have to say?
Oh, This is from Jason Scholl, which, by the way, I'd like to show a little piece of art.
Oh yeah,
Jason Scholl.
that
He's our
Jason.
#1 YouTube mod. Sorry, big boss. He bumped you down to #2. Sorry, pal. Jason Scholl, the Jason Unchained, sends $5. Rope fund. Yeah. We're gonna need a lot of it. Guys. And I want to pull this up real quick. This is the man's an artist, and I asked him.
I have seen his work.
I was talking to him in a Discord call, and I was like, and I've seen some of his work. I was like, man, would you sketch me and Vil? And this is his rough draft sketch. I'm pulling it up here right now. Take a look at this.
Damn, why is Vil fat?
Dude, I mean,
Why is Vil fat?
I'm gonna. That's just motivation for me, though, guys. Don't worry about it.
Vil, why
I
are
think
you
it's-
fat?
Why is he drawing things on a paper bag?
It's a rough draft sketch.
It's a rough
So
piece of
hard it
paper.
hurts.
Well, you look pretty rough, so
Yeah, I know.
It matched
Hey,
the canvas.
I'm not mad. You know what? I tell my loved
good
ones
sketch.
this all the time. I say, you know what makes people mad more than anything?
Truth.
And they say what? And I say the truth.
Yeah, my bad.
Gay sex.
If it's the truth.
It's a
Okay.
great sketch, though. Thank you
No,
so
no.
much.
Thank you for that, sketch.
Jason.
No, I'm sorry. Let me rephrase. Why is he fat in the sketch? Because you look a lot fatter in the sketch than you are in like on my computer.
Well, when he took that, he used a clip from the show, and that was a couple weeks ago, and I've lost 100 pounds since then. So
Hey,
Oh,
he
okay.
did a good
Well,
job
then
on the
I'm-
track jacket, too, though.
I saw that.
explains it.
The Adidas track jacket. Let's get back to this Iran was behind everything clip,
shit. Okay.
because you got to see the damning evidence.
New York City election.
Let me fast forward back to that part. Give me
Fast
one
forward back.
second.
Interesting.
You knew what I meant. Shut up, fatso. All right.
You fat,
24 because President Trump was out on the campaign trail and there was so much going on and so many other threats. But that's when police say a Asif merchant came here from Pakistan because he says Iranian leadership told him to, said hunt down President Trump, hire a couple of guys that can take him out at a political rally. So take a look here on your screen. This is who we're talking about. He's sitting there inside of that Brooklyn federal courthouse right now as those closing arguments are underway. 47 years old. He's facing federal terrorism charges and could spend the rest of his life behind bars. Merchant testified, Harris, in his own federal trial, and he explained this, making this drawing again that he said Iranian leaders gave him back in 2024. Really doesn't look like there's much to it. It looks like, like a kid drew it or something, but that's the sketch of a rally site. Merchant was arrested just one day
Connie,
before
that's the
Trump was
evidence
shot in
that they're
Butler,
using against
Pennsylvania,
him.
and
Here, let me
later
pause
told the
this
feds.
so we can
legit.
explain. Yeah, this sketch right here, Connie. I'm sorry, guys. We have to explain to our guest because I'm dumb and can't put the audio through into the call yet. Yeah, Connie, this is the sketch of him plotting. This is the rally. See this small part with the arrow? That's where Trump will be.
I have a question. Oh fuck! I touched my desk again. So I have a question. Is he the arrow, the big box, or the little box?
We don't know. I'm sure that the government will fill in those details for him.
Okay. Yeah, I'm interested if he's the big box, the little box, or the arrow. But they're all
Let's find out if
suspicious.
they know.
It turns
'Cause
out-
the arrow isn't even really pointing like directly towards the little box. It's just kind of.
It turns out that's just a suitcase. It's just a drawing of a briefcase, and he sucks at that too. Like, did you draw this? Yeah. What is it? A briefcase? I think it's you trying to assassinate the president.
Was shot in Butler, Pennsylvania, and later told the feds that he believed Iran was behind that attack because it was so similar to the plan that they gave him. Kind of get up in an elevator.
Wait, what plan?
Oh, this plan.
That plan? Yeah, it's very similar.
They were
I
behind
can
this
see that.
plan.
I don't see like a second building or a roof, but that's fine. That was probably on the other piece of paper.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You remember the rally in
Yeah.
Butler? How does this illustrate that? His podium was in the middle. of
Well,
everyone.
now they said it's similar.
Wait, are you guys talking about the Hitler rally? I mean,
No,
I
we're
was
talking
there.
about his assassination attempt in Butler, Pennsylvania.
Oh,
Remember
Butler,
where the
sorry.
stage?
Yeah.
The stage was in the middle, like it was surrounded by everybody.
Yeah.
It was in the middle of the crowd. You know, just perfect.
All right.
Perfect setup for an assassination attempt. And this
Can I-
sketch somehow relates to that.
Yeah, obviously. They're both fake.
Yeah.
I mean,
What don't you see?
I would like. What is your temperature on the looking back on the quote unquote Trump assassination attempt? What's your temperature on that? Was that like legit? You know, was it a little?
I don't
Everything's
know
fake and
anymore.
gay. Everything's fake and gay.
Everything's a fucking lie, and everything. Let's say it was real. Let's say it is real. I don't know, but
I would
let's just.
can we rename Israel what was real after we nuke them? That would be awesome.
Somebody else is gonna have to do it.
If only
it
nukes
was-
were real.
Yeah, true. So, let's say hypothetically that the assassination attempt was totally real. There was nothing conspicuous about it, like, you know, that guy that did it having his whole apartment wiped, and they let in some strange reporter to give a tour of the place, and he had also been on some curious commercials by other. By like, who was he? He was in a commercial for like fucking BlackRock or some shit. Just weird shit.
Yeah.
Let's say none of that even happened, right? They will still use it. Nice hat. They will still use it. They'll use whatever happens, even when it's legitimate, to their own advantage, and that's what I try to explain to people. Look, not everything is a conspiracy. Things that aren't conspiracies, though, they're very good at plotting how to use it to their advantage.
Right.
Always have been.
Yeah, you put in enough in there that gets the conspiracy people biting on it, but
Yep.
also enough in there that gets the sheep to be like, well, no.
Well, and also,
you're just schizo retard.
and also enough, conspiracy shit in there too to make it so crazy that if you even like semi-agree, they'll be like, "What are you, one of those crazy conspiracy people that believes X?" And it's like, oh, okay, so you just demonize everybody as a whole, even the legitimate ones. Yeah, that's all part of the plan. Tinfoil
Well,
Connie,
Bill,
go.
I'm sorry, Bill, but you're wrong. Everything is a conspiracy, and every conspiracy is a conspiracy. So everything is true and fake at the same time. The Earth is flat and round at the same time. It's unfortunate. Trump, I was kind of kidding, but this, I don't believe any of this bullshit. Like, I think this was all a plot. Like, he was in on it to get himself elected again because he needed to be like the hero. Remember when that happened and we were like, oh wow, he almost got murdered like JFK. And
Yeah, it's just
like,
the dead people that really sold it. They're like, no, they really killed them. They don't give a shit. They don't care.
Yeah.
Do you think
This is something I wanted to ask you guys about and the audience, because I haven't even heard this talked about yet. And I might be the only person as of right now who has thought of this. Potentially, currently, the worst part about this whole Iran thing, the glyphosate thing, the Epstein thing, let's not forget about that. Let's not let that go away. All of these things happening. Oh, Trump, by the way, just said in a press conference today, why don't you guys take it easy on the illegal immigrants for a while? Okay? Some of them are hard work. He's already fucking backtracked on that. So it's everything. All he has left now that hopefully, Nick, for your sake, he can't take back at this point is the J6 people being pardoned and let out. Hopefully they won't go back into fucking prison as the final like thing that he did that was reversed by some judge, which he let happen or whatever. But has anybody been tinkering with the idea in their own mind? You know what's really shitty about this whole thing? Remember all those crazy fucking leftists, those never Trumpers, those TDS people, the Orange Man bad, start World War III, just a real fucking piece of shit all around. He's gonna do this and he's gonna do that. And we all went, ha ha, you're fucking crazy and you're fucking stupid. Ha ha, you fucking dumb pieces of shit. And now you go, son of a bitch. They are really close to being right if they're not already.
they're always right in the wrong way though, dude? Like,
I
like,
agree.
So my father is gonna shoot myself in the face, dude. I
You
got my
should.
gun right here.
But do it with your camera on.
Well, when it comes, yeah, I know, guys. I'm sorry, I'm ruining the show. But here's the thing, you can still hear me. My father is like he's a liberal leftist, and if my camera does turn off one more time, I will pull the trigger. I'm gonna put no, I'm not gonna do that. My father is a liberal, and he always has been. He has Barack Obama's book like in his office for some reason, and he's got like a picture of Michelle Obama, and I had to tell him that that's a dude, and he's like, oh wow, I guess I'm gay. Anyways,
because I'd still fuck him.
Yes, exactly. But he's a boomer, right? So he's been brainwashed. It's the worst generation that's ever existed, ever, is the boomers. Like, fuck boomers. They all suck. And where I'm going with this is my lack of where I thought I was going with this. Oh yeah. So the problem is that we have these people that are our parents. So, like, we're probably all the same age group. My parents are in their 60s, and they just don't know any better. It's like me talking to my children. Like, you're like, hey, dude, no, what you read on the internet or what you saw on TV is not true. Like, you just don't stop believing everything you fucking see. And it's very frustrating. But
yeah,
the cool thing is, at least in my experience with my family, is if you put enough work in, he now hates black people and Jews. And
but not Obama.
He still likes Obama. He's still a liberal, but he's racist and he's anti-Semitic. So, guys, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. So what I'm trying to tell you is that if we can radicalize, and this is like kind of a metaphoric thing I'm trying to say, it's not actually literal, but if you can radicalize enough people, and I think Vil, like you were doing a good job about like communicating this. We got to push this out and tell people. The next step is not just bitching about it, is trying to like get people off their asses, right? Like, what are we going to do about it?
Let's stop noticing. Let's start pushing a solution to this. But I did want to just critique what you were saying a smidge, because I've ran up against the same brick wall.
You're not allowed to critique me. I'm sorry, you're not allowed to.
And I do. Well, I'll critique myself. And and I have made progress, and I have made headway, and I have had people be like, "Nah, that's bullshit. That's not true." Blah blah blah. And you go, here's the documentation, here's the unclassified documents, here's the evidence, and they have to go, oh my God, that's crazy. And then you tell them like another thing, and they go, that never happened. You go, I'm wasting my time with you old fuckers. You've got to get the next generation, just like the tech companies and the social media companies and the politicians and their think tanks. They don't care about even our generation anymore. That's why they're such, like, look how effective they were when it came out of nowhere, seemingly overnight, and it became a household conversation, this idea of non-binary, seven-spirit, transsexual 5-year-olds. Yeah. Because they don't want your generation. They want the next generation. And that's who they're going after. And unless you kill them, they'll just keep doing it. Now, if it got this crazy with the hormone blockers and the castration and the advocacy for pedophilia and the advocacy for child mutilation and doing it. And by the way, remember when Trump said, he goes, we're not going to let him do irreversible surgeries on our children anymore. That's done. He put out 2 tweets today, and Massey called him on it. His first one ended with him saying, we're not going to let him do gender reassignment surgery on children. That was number 5, I believe, in his tweet. Y'all can look this up on MTM if you want to scroll forward. It's there because y'all got to see this. And Massey posted, he goes, looks like his post transitioned. Because the second one, it was all the exact same, but except on that 5th line where he says we're not going to allow them to gender reassign our children. He then added on in an edit to that post, without the express written consent of their parents. It's like, fuck. You mean the crazy parents? Like, how many crazy parents have been like, no, my child's totally transsexual and I should remove their penis and give them a vagina. And they go, we don't even do those procedures on children. We don't even give puberty blockers to children. It's all for people 18 and up. And then it came out like right after that. It's like, yeah, you do. There was a bunch of, there was a bunch of transsexuals that don't exist. The ones that were coerced into doing this when they were 12 and 13 years old and they had double mastectomies. And then now they're saying, I was forced into doing that because I was confused, but I was confused by the people telling me that was my problem, is that I'm in the wrong body. Okay, so they're coming after your children. They're not coming after you. You're a lost cause. The good news is, at least for now, at least until the AI algorithms figure out how to manipulate and coerce your children faster than you can try to show them that this is all bullshit, there's still a glimmer of hope in the next generation who does appear to be waking up to all of these little psyops and shit like that. Did you see the Massey thing?
Oh, man, I'm seeing a lot of Massey and a lot of Trump on here. I'm at March 2nd.
Oh, yeah.
Did you? Well, it might have just been a screenshot. So, in other words, if you just typed Massey for it, you're not going to see it. It was on today's.
Oh,
thing.
today. Okay,
Yeah.
Sorry, hold on. Let me scroll back down.
Connie, while he's doing that, what's your take on that? On the children that they're coming after.
Well, first of all, I've never met Thomas Massey, but he does follow me on Twitter. So shout out to Thomas Massey. He's literally the only person that I wouldn't kill that lives in that is a politician. However, I will never kill any politician. I don't kill people. I've never killed anyone except that one guy, but we don't talk about that anymore.
We don't talk about that anymore.
He deserved it.
Well, he did. However, I would say, I imagine, without meeting Thomas Massey in real life, he might take one for the team if we just eliminated all of them. I think he would be cool with that. He'd be like, all right, his wife's passed away, unfortunately, because Israel killed her. And he's got his kids are grown. He's like, all right, I'll take one for the team, just nuke all of us. So I got a lot of respect for that nigga. That wigga. But what you were talking about, it's fucking like, all right, when it comes down to it, I think the whole point of the show is that we gotta do stuff. Unfortunately,
stuff has to be done.
Yeah, it's gonna suck, guys, and we don't want to because we're good white people. But the only way to solve this problem is to do the thing. And the thing is nasty and gross.
Vote in those midterms, guys.
Yeah, we got to vote really hard with lots of voting weapons, all the weapons that vote. And we have to do it a lot. And you know what? I know we're pacified, but here's the thing. We have a historical evidence of us voting this way. Like World War I, our 16-year-olds went and voted really hard and voted a bunch of people. And whether obviously I don't believe these wars were just. However, we were able to go and vote really hard overseas and dominate. Like when we came to America, when we had all these savages killing them each other, we voted so hard that we made their lives better. So this is the point. We need to go and vote pretty soon.
Well, they have casinos.
Yeah, their lives are much better now.
Now,
they have casinos.
They own the casino,
yeah. We voted them into casinos, and now the top ones that we didn't vote have casinos. So what I'm saying is that, guys, you got to go to the ballot, vote a lot, vote hard, prepare
vote like
yourself
you mean
for vote. Yeah, get skills. Like make sure you're prepared for it. Like get a lot of pencils so you can fill in the vote things. Get lots of the pencils.
I would encourage you got to squat up and you got to practice your group voting skills.
Yeah,
correct.
Do some voting drills. All right, do some voting drills. Form some good coordinated voting plans.
Hey, speaking of voting, you know what nobody ever voted on? The Hart-Celler Act. Like that was never like a referendum. The politicians were just like, oh, we're going to do that. We know that nobody likes this or wants it, but Ted Kennedy says it's going to be fine. Even though they all knew it wasn't, and they did it anyway. Let's do that. Here's that Massey thing, just so y'all knew I wasn't making it up. This is Trump, everybody. The Save America Act. Now look at line 5. No transgender mutilation surgery for children. And then in the edited one it says no, and he still calls it transgender mutilation surgery. So he's fine with it. He's fine with mutilating children. Connie, come on, dude. That's MAGA, bro. That's America first, man.
You're not gonna mutilate your children unless you're okay with it. Unless you want to mutilate your kids, you can mutilate them. It's fine.
Oh, I don't think
we're gonna save America. We're gonna chop off their genitals to spite Jesus.
I don't think you can see the very bottom of that.
Oh, they can.
I miss Biden.
They can. It's on there. Here,
I miss Biden. I miss Joe Biden. I'm gonna be honest. I miss Joe Biden. He was
no,
hilarious.
Connie, don't fall into that trap. He's one of them.
So funny, though.
Yep. Here we go.
Dude, he was at a. Apparently, he's still alive. Breaking news: Joe Biden is still alive. He was at Jesse Jackson's funeral, and he said to the crowd, "I'm smarter than most of you." And they were predominantly black, so it wasn't a lie.
And it was honest.
Back
yeah,
in
that's
chains.
a good.
But yeah, so
point.
Trump is fine with mutilating children. He's totally fine with that. He wants you to know. He even edited his post to be like, I am okay with horrendously carving up children to make them freaks for the rest of their life, incapable of arousal or orgasm or bearing children or creating children. He's fine with
happiness.
It. Yeah, so you lost Trump on not mutilating children either.
Fell for it again.
Fell for it again.
Don't you feel like a fucking idiot?
No.
Sorry.
You know his favorite way to mutilate children is? Circumcision.
All right. There you have it.
Because he's Jewish, but I'm bummed.
No, I thought I got it. Yeah. And here's another thing.
Sorry.
Every one of what's his daughter's name?
Ivanka.
The one that married Kushner?
Ivanka.
Yeah, so she's now a Jewish mother. So all of Trump's grandchildren by her are all considered Jewish. She will have the right to return. His children, his grandchildren have the right to return. Lots of pedophiles from the United States will have the right to return. Do y'all know what the right to return is? Oh, you all know what that is. So let's move on. Do you know what today is? You know what Jewish holiday is today?
What is it?
It's Friday.
It's Purim. Purim. Now, what is that? I just learned about this recently. You might see children in Israel smoking cigarettes, drinking alcohol on the streets. You might see men, grown Orthodox Jewish men, shit-faced to the hilt, staggering through the streets while yelling maniacally and acting crazy. Don't worry, nothing bad is happening. It's all part of the Jewish holiday Purim, where something has something to do with, like, you can do whatever you want because it shows the Jacobites or some shit. I don't know. Nick, pull that up, would you? Look up Purim. Or I could do it on this computer if that's easier.
Well, you don't have consequences for your sin.
Yeah, sure. Well, you know this? Explain it. I'm not even fully versed on it. It just looks Jewish.
So yeah,
crazy.
So essentially, like most Jewish laws, they have like loopholes for shit. So Purim is like they're allowed to sin. Well, I guess Christians would call it sin, but they're allowed to aggress against God, against or violate their laws from Leviticus and the Talmud and all that shit on one day of the year. So they do all this crazy shit. Yeah, here we go.
With celebrations including costumes,
read,
skits, and songs, noisemakers, and gifts of food, Purim is definitely full of fun. Purim is a joyous holiday that affirms and celebrates Jewish survival and continuity throughout history. I'm looking for the true definition, though.
This is from MurderTheMedia. It says,
yeah,
can you come over here? It says, All right. Now it's like a Truman Show reference. It says, all right, now attack Iran during Purim, the Jewish holiday celebrating the massacre of 75,000 Persians. That's Iran. Start the attack on the 11th day of the 9th month of on the Muslim calendar. But, sir, won't that cause people to reconsider who was responsible for 9/11? I know 3 is a highly significant number in Jewish Kabbalah, symbolizing a third party ending in an unresolvable conflict between 1 and 2. Now do it. But have a Jewish journalist publish an article admitting how significant the symbolism is and comparing Iran to Amalek. Happy Purim, everybody. Let's just, you know what? Let's just scroll. Wow. Here we go, folks.
Wow.
There's the costumes you were talking about. Yeah, here they are they get shit hammered. This is Brother Nathaniel. I think he's Orthodox, isn't he, Nikki? The Talmud in the Megillah 7b requires every Jew to get so drunk on Purim they cannot tell the difference between Haman and Mordecai. What did I say? Jacobite. During the drunken rampage during Purim, sexual morality laws fly out the window as well. For Purim, settlers decide to dress up as Palestinians and mock Gaza. They wear traditional Palestinian clothing, picture themselves in Gaza's ruin. What a wonderful culture. They intentionally killed 100 Iranian school children as a Purim sacrifice. It's Jake Shields. Here they are. This is what I'm talking about. Yeah, they even have their kids dress up and smoke and drink and shit. It's just, what a strange culture. Caveman sends a big $5 on Rumble Rants. Thank you for that. The goal today is trying to get enough money to the Elgato Stream Deck. We're not that far away from it. I think if they're $200, we've got like 160.
So,
guys, nut up and send some real money, you faggots, dude. If you don't send real money, you're all gay.
A lot of y'all have noticed the show has drastically changed. That's because I'm literally only using a mouse. No, you're fine. You're fine. I'm literally only using a mouse because we used to have this great panel that would work with our shitty old broadcasting software for all my shortcuts.
Was there a Star of David on there? Wait,
we have many stars.
There's two.
Yeah, with many stars of David on there for different reacts. They're in different sizes. I know them by size accordingly, how Jewy which react is. But I don't have those anymore. So what we're doing, we're trying to raise money to get the show back to its original quality. And to do that, we just got to modernize. We got to get a Stream Deck.
Dude, right. Pull up the Stream Deck on your computer, or I can. Let me know. Caveman sends $5. He says chicken's wingathon only at your local Toyota dealership. What? Okay, thank you for the $5.
So, Bill, I looked up Purim, and the thing is, it says Jewish law includes flexibility for specific times and circumstances. Interesting. Purim's lenses about breaking Torah law, but I don't know what that word lenses is, but breaking Torah law, fulfilling them in a holiday-specific way. So yes, they get one holiday, they get to break all their laws and do whatever the fuck they want, and they get they get to give kids cigarettes and heroin and fentanyl, and it's a great religion, guys. You guys should be Jewish and. Long live Israel and fuck Iran, I think.
It's great because in every definition, it's the opposite of Sunday, where you should dedicate that day to the Lord. The Jews call it Sin Day, and just be as absolutely defiant to him as you possibly can be.
Well, the cool thing about the Talmud, and this is why I'm Jewish, is that it has flexibility, where you can kind of you can bend the rules a little bit, you know.
As long as you could fool God.
Yeah, just trick him. He's old.
He's not that smart.
Have y'all seen it's the meme of Jeffrey Epstein? Instead of a chicken, he's swinging a bald eagle over his head?
Oh, jeez. Oh, that's so... No, I haven't, but that makes me very sad.
Don Jolly, our producer, thank you so much, Don. He sent us a video to look at real quick. I believe it has to do with Purim. Let's see. Sorry, format got weird here. Oh, that's why. Okay. And boom. Just kids chain smoking.
some pedophile taking pictures of them.
Look, I hate CPS, but like at some point, you got to get someone to save these kids. Like
I don't think they have that there.
Yeah, they've got the IDF. It's the same thing, but dude, these people. You guys watch that documentary where that dude went into like the Jewish neighborhoods in some town? I should probably look up his name, but
yeah, Tyler Oliveira. They got rid of his Patreon after that. They got rid of his YouTube channel, and they took down his first website. He's got a second one up now, totally proving that they don't control anything.
No, they don't. If you say they do, you're anti-Semitic and hateful.
You'll lose
and
everything.
Hey,
go to the Chromebook real quick. You go ahead, Connie. Keep talking. Keep going.
No, sorry, I didn't want to interrupt. My bad. I'm not trying to like hijack the show, but this fucking is demonic. And when you remember at the beginning of the show where I said like Jews are fucking Nephilim, this is what I meant by it. Like they let kids smoke. I think that. Do you remember there's videos coming out a while ago where black people were letting their kids smoke weed? They're like a 5-year-old black kid. Fuck you, camera. Smoking weed and shit. And then there's a big uproar about it. But yet, when we watch Jews let their kids smoke cigarettes, guys, don't be anti-Semitic. It's fine. It's part of their culture.
It's just the culture.
What does that fucking tell you?
Yeah, what else is part of it?
They've
been accused of a lot of other things.
Come on,
that is absolutely factual. That's not anti-Semitic.
Yeah, right. Rabbi sucks little baby dicks, and they jerk off afterwards, and they enjoy it. This is on the record. They actually suck the dicks
in Vegas.
All right, never mind. I'll shut up.
Yeah. We had that. They served everything family style.
I didn't like the food.
Buga de Peppo. That's what that reminded me of.
All right, so you got this on the Chromebook, right?
What?
You wanted me to pull up?
Oh, did we, Pat? I thought you already did pull it up. We was just putting it up there.
Well, I thought we were going to talk about it.
We can. I don't know how factual it is. I just thought it was interesting. Yeah, check it out. So Aisha says Iraq war, Purim, Libya war, Purim, Syrian war, Purim. Now Iran tensions escalating during Purim. Yeah, there you go.
Huh.
There you go. Just weird. There's always these weird coincidences. Coincidence.
Oh,
here's another one. Look at this. Dress up to celebrate the slaughter of 75,000 Gentiles. Well, I guess now it's 77,000. Yeah, they are just dressed up as the Twin Towers.
Wow. Many of them. They're rubbing it in your face. Their kids are literally dressing up to rub this in your face.
It's also the queerest holiday.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Sorry, what, Connie?
Well, I wanted to say something else that I just remembered. I want to tell Vil, because Vil said something about the boomers and shit. So, and you're like, oh, yeah, the boomers are a bad thing. And unfortunately, our kids are being propagandized. But I wanted to make a point that we got to punch up and down. And I don't mean like in the sense that people use that. I meant like literally age-wise. So boomers, we need to try to like fix them, or whoever's left. I don't know, or kill them all. It's fine. Either fix them or kill them. But our kids, I'll tell you what, dude. My 13-year-old daughter has a secret group chat with her friends at her Christian school that is all about racist memes. So I feel great about being a father. I don't know if you guys would feel the same way, but
no,
we need to be like, whether we're killing politicians or just trying to convince old boomers. I agree with you, Vil, that we need to do something. We can't just bitch online about this shit. So either grab your gun and go murder your local politician, governor, or whatever, or
preferably start at the top, but yeah. Maybe your local comptroller isn't the best target, but yeah. I mean, hey, you got to get what you can.
Yeah.
A lot of people can't afford gas money to get to D.C. Whose fault is that?
You got to start somewhere.
Yeah. I live in Arizona, so I think the easiest way is to go to like a local UPS and just shoot USPS and shoot them. But because they went postal, that was like bullshit. But let's just use that as a way to. Anyways, I don't want to. I want to say names so bad. Holy shit! I know exactly the politician I want to say, but I can't say it because fuck me.
Don't.
Anyways,
they shut him down.
Again.
They
there
shut
we
him
go
down.
again.
Look what happened.
What I'm saying, but here's what I'm saying, and I need to shut the fuck up. You gotta invest in your children and let your my kids are fucking base as fuck, but we gotta reach up to the boomers, dude, because they are still controlling this fucking country, and they are the biggest demographic until they all die off, which they are drinking baby blood, so it's gonna take a long time. We got to try to turn the opinion both ways. We got to raise our kids. Dude, millennials are we are the most responsible. Like, I know we get a lot of shit for being like in coffee, Starbucks and shit, but we have so much pressure to turn the tide on this shit where we're trying to raise up the next generation of people. Well, if you have kids, unlike some people on this podcast, but other people at the top, we got to convince our parents because they're still fucking running shit and they have all the money. So that's all I'm saying.
Not for
Boom.
long.
Let's go.
So I believe this is a video of a rabbi explaining Purim. I have not watched this.
Feels like, why are you still talking? We're talking about something else. Shut the fuck up.
I'm on Purim now, dude. Okay.
Okay. Let me make sure the audio comes through. So let's start playing it.
I'm ruining
Most
the show.
Jews do not fully understand the central message of Purim. And that message is, very briefly and simply, that we, the Jewish people, are commanded to destroy the enemies of
heavily Middle Eastern accent.
In all times, in all places, as happened, as described in detail in Megillat Esther, in the book of Esther, where we find that 75,811 of our enemies were destroyed, including women and children. Some people are apparently capable of reading this Megillah twice on the day of Purim, year in, year out, without actually seeing what it says, or without asking themselves the question, why did this take place? Why were so many people killed? Why were women and children killed? But the answer is very simple, straightforward. Perhaps it is not politically correct in the eyes of some, but it is the true, authentic, and absolutely essential message of Purim, and it is the central truth of the Torah. The message of Purim is not about commemorating a past event. It is rather commemorating and remembering a past event in order that we know how to behave today, in the present, and in the future. Here, Rambam mentions in Halakha Dalad, Halakha Hey, two separate miswot aseh, two positive commandments of the Torah. One is to destroy the 7 nations mentioned a number of times in the Torah, who resided in Eretz Yisrael at the time when the Jewish people entered the land, to destroy those nations who claim this land for themselves.
The 7
the second
nations.
mitzvah, immediately after that, is it is a mitzvah aseh
got a
to
playbook.
destroy Amalek and his descendants. The concept of Amalek still exists. We read every year, before Purim, we read Parashat Zachor, where we are commanded by Hashem to remember that which Amalek did to us and to destroy them.
So every war in the Middle East has been during Purim. It's fine. They're just destroying Amalek. How would the average American feel knowing that these wars that we have to go do on behalf of Israel is just part of one of their holidays?
For real.
But the thing is, I can play this video. I can know about it. You can know about it. We can all know about it. And if you were to say this to anybody, you'd just be fucking crazy. They'd be like, "Get out of my house." You'd be like, "Jesus, Mom. It was the truth.
Right.
They don't want to hear it, which is another thing I wanted to touch on. And I have in the past, and that is, don't ever for a second think that you're anywhere close to in the majority for being aware of these things. Even though it's in front of everybody's faces, with the latest example being the Iran war, but not war, but the Iran war, but not the war, because we're not in a war.
Right. It's not war.
It's just it's in everybody sees it. But
Dude,
because
you're
they're
fucking retarded, Bill. War it requires Congress, you idiot. We're not in a war.
I'm a fucking dummy. Oh, Congress voted to not vote on it. Isn't that crazy? Can you believe that?
So, can you say that again?
So we're not
Congress
in war.
voted to not vote on the War Powers Act today. Isn't that ironic?
Oh, the one thing Trump has tried to do that they haven't fought him on.
Yeah. Isn't that
That's
weird?
odd. That's odd.
But
Are you
yeah.
guys tired of winning?
Yeah, I'm tired of noticing. I'm just so sick of noticing. Look, you got several. Look, this fellow likes to talk about past key events and how it affects their future. I've got a few things for you, a few numbers. Number one, I heard that the American Revolution was very unpopular at the time. In fact, only, and this number has been co-opted by the gayest group ever, only I think 3% of Americans at the time were willing to take on the tyrannical regime of England. So there's a number for you. There's something to think about. The other numbers are, I think people that are aware of this information are probably less than 10% of the entire population of the country. But just know that you know the truth. You're not in the wrong. And the facts back you up. And the other people, they just don't care. And they'll tell you they don't care. And I envy that. I wish I could go through life going, I don't know and I don't want to know. Here's the problem. Unfortunately, we do know, and we know what the end result is. Total fucking genocide of everybody in this nation.
Let's go.
And that's it. It's really all. That's the only thing to take away from this. Sure, they can ignore it, but they're just committing their children to slavery and death, and I refuse to do that. So I will speak out. I will be upping the rhetoric on violent, bloody revolution, dragging politicians into the street, beating them to death in order to send a message and take everything back over. And I, as I'm saying that, I'm nervous. But people have to start saying it. That's step one. So, guys, when you go out into your neighborhoods or your local restaurants and bars, just casually look over at your waitress or your bartender, or some guy throwing a frisbee to their dog and say, shoot him, and say, man, we really should have overthrown this government. All right, have a good day.
Well, I support that 100%. Vil, I think you said you have 12 kids. I think you told me that.
Yeah.
And I have 4.
That I know of.
Right. And so I understand when you have kids, because people out there who's watching, all 6 million of you who's live on the street. I think I checked. Dude,
what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing?
So every time I touch my fucking desk, so this fucking cable that's in my GoPro, every
cable.
fucking time I touch my desk, it dismantles the cable. Anyways,
jeez, if your
I will
camera
not
cuts
touch my
out
desk
again,
for the rest.
I'm gonna shoot myself.
You should. It'll be good.
I'll do it.
Fuck. Now what was I saying? Oh, so for any of those out there that have children, just don't even put my face on the screen. Just put Vil. Like he's pretty.
Oh, thanks, bud.
Anyone out there has kids, you have an investment in the future, right? So, and what I mean by that is in humanity. So what's happening right now is they're trying to destroy our future. They're trying to, like all this shit with transing the kids, all the propaganda, all the porn, all that bullshit. They're trying to ruin your lineage. And I don't know about you guys, but when I had kids, like it was like, I felt like I didn't matter anymore, and they're the only ones that mattered moving forward. And so what we have to address is that these fucking pedophile Nephilim, whatever they are, these evil satanic fuckers are the ones that want to kill them, and they want them to end our bloodline. And I think there is something, I know it's a trope, but bloodlines are important. I know that the Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, they think their bloodlines are important. I think my bloodline is important as well. So we're in a war. We should go kill these motherfuckers. And I'm talking about every politician except Thomas Massey. Let's just leave him. He's cool. But all the other ones we should probably hang or turn on, like set them on fire or some shit. I don't know. Be creative. We can think of different ways to do it, but that's the only way to get around this. We have to burn our government to the ground, and we need to start over because what George Washington and the founding fathers started has been subverted and turned into a mess, and we need to cut the head off the snake and start over again. I'll be the next George Washington. And here's another thing, Bill. What Bill pointed out is like, we don't have nuts anymore, but we got to nut up, dude. I know it sucks, but I will sacrifice my life so my kids have a better future.
Well, wait a minute, Connie, before you go that far, what if we all, I don't know, sacrificed a few dollars and put up a billboard? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it just said something like, you should probably start considering killing a politician.
What if you sacrifice one of your afternoons every couple years and just vote?
He was like, my bloodline's important to me. I'm like, Nikki's blood alcohol level's important to him.
It is a constant 0.06 at a minimum.
Yeah, you gotta maintain it, dude.
It's only fucking 8:45, dude. I got a long night ahead of me.
I can tell. And listen, my friend, I just want to give you a suggestion. Right?
Shut the fuck up.
There's a reason. No, not at all, buddy. You're doing great. We love you. It's a professional suggestion, right? Do you know why I wear black on the show all the time?
Because you're a nigger.
I spill beer on it,
an N-word.
When I spill beer on it, you can't tell.
On the show, you wear it all the time. Same reason.
I see what you're saying. Well, here's the thing, Dick, is my viewers are used to me spilling shit all over the place. So that's why my soundboard is lifted up like at least 3 inches from my desk.
We had to do that. But we had to get a fucking waterproof keyboard because of this animal.
He's got a waterproof keyboard.
We did, yes. Our buddy Ocho sent us a waterproof keyboard. And, I shit on it at first. I was like, this is so stupid. But you know what? It survived the longest. Mm-hmm. We had that thing for like a year and a half.
At least now you learned to at least move your keyboard as far as you can out of spill range.
It still gets spills.
Exalted Patriarch sends $2. Hey. Stop what you're doing and go get Dr. Tom's Hillbilly Magic. He's a sweet boy and shit. Dr. Tom's Hillbilly Magic. I
have a promo we could show.
No BPAs, no bullshit, veteran owned. Yeah, let the promos do this talking. I'm not good at promoting.
Totally finished. But no. It's just there's no like text over it. There's no subtitles. Oh, okay. But it's finished enough. So let me get that here really quick.
Thanks for the $2.
And Vil co-stars in this promo as well.
Oh God, I'm in this one.
Shut up. Don't be a.
Still haven't seen a check.
Hey, Bill, do you mind if I read an ad for my show real quick?
Yeah, do that while Nick's pulling it up.
All right. So, guy, all right, so let me read this ad read. For a strong, secure America and a thriving Israel, there's AIPAC, the American Israel Public Affairs Committee. AIPAC empowers citizens to advocate for the unbreakable U.S.-Israel bond, fostering peace, stability, and shared values. Join thousands of Americans, Democrats, Republicans, and independents, standing together to strengthen this vital alliance. Visit AIPAC.org today and make your voice heard. There we go. Thanks, guys. Dude, I appreciate you guys letting me get $7,000 when I'm a guest on your show. I appreciate it.
Oh, did you get paid?
Yeah, I heard people weren't. Dude. It's that easy, dude. You just read the AIPAC poll.
Fuck, I'm in, man. Like, that's how they get these people to do it. They're desperate, just like I am.
All right, we ready to play this promo? This is the commercial we've shot, and here, I'll cut to me real quick.
I was just they're like Dick calls me, he goes, "Hey, are you here?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "We're gonna run down and I'm gonna film you for this promo." And I go, "What do I do?" He goes, "You'll know when we get there." I said, "Okay."
Are you guys black?
No.
We should do
No,
that
it
more.
was totally unplanned, but that's the beauty of these promos.
Beauty of
Dr. Tom's
drinking and
Hillbilly
shooting
Magic is
promos.
going to the
Let's go, dude.
next level, and we're dedicating Mondays to recording videos for it. Here's the most recent one we did, guys. Check this out. Let me mute that real quick, and here we go.
Hey, you hungry? Been working all day?
Starving.
What?
That doesn't even make sense.
Pork, chicken, fish, beef, any goddamn critter that exists in the wild. Dr. Tom's Hillbilly Magic is gonna make it edible. Your wife will love your meat. Trust me, I'm a doctor.
It's some of the brilliant stuff we're working on. I love it. It's we're tard maxing. We're tard maxing, and I'm real confident on that. What we do is we get day drunk, and
It's very professional.
yeah. Now we didn't shoot any guns while we were drinking,
Except that one, but yeah.
the one gun or the one beer.
The one gun full of, but it was. Don't worry, it was full of Dr.
we weren't
Tom's
drinking
Hillbilly
at that
Magic.
point.
Sure.
Those were two different scenes.
Okay.
up,
First of all, let me get to this. You see, my back Saeed sends the biggest donation
Let's
of the
go.
night, $10. He says,
That is my
I
boy.
love that. I love that Connie constantly spills beer on all his equipment, and then he's all pissed off when his GoPro cord shorts out. Get a straw, you magnificent rhubarb. I was gonna make a joke. We were talking about spilling drinks about the cord, but it slipped my mind.
Fuck you, you see.
Oh, good to see here. You
All
see.
right. God, that guy's. He has to be a stand-up comedian. He's fucking hilarious. Every fucking Rumble rant. I mean, he misses like. Well, he nails it like 90% of the time. I would say 95% of the time. That dude with his Rumble rants. Holy shit.
It's very rare I've read one on our show and yours. Whenever I tune in too, like, yeah, no, they're spot on.
You know, that's a compliment to us because I feel like he has to donate so little because this show, unlike Connie's, is just constantly funny on its own.
Where do you think that 7K comes from? It's Usain.
I don't know. Man. That sounds Iranian. Whose side are you on?
Yeah, he's a daywalker.
Whoa.
It's very obvious he's Jewish.
Whoa.
How else can you afford to fucking donate like $10,000 or $7,000? Hold on, I slipped a little bit there. $7,000 every episode. This guy is.
This is how you know he's not Jewish. We actually get the money.
To be full transparency, he lives in Saudi Arabia. He's a prince, and he just enjoys gay guys who do podcasts.
Good Lord.
Yeah, I noticed he's on your show a lot.
Yeah, he's on yours a lot more than ours.
That was the joke, you fucking retard. Obviously. Come on.
Jeez. Take it easy, faggot.
Oh, no. My camera went out again.
Jesus, dude. I tell you what.
I'm gonna kill
What are
myself.
you spending Usain's money on? Buy a fucking cord.
Get a new cord.
Hookers.
Oh, never mind. Fuck the cord.
Yeah.
No, fuck
Well,
the
fuck the
hookers.
hooker.
No,
I want a hooker.
Fuck both. Well, this has been a new development where anyways, that's going to ruin the show if I talk about this. We'll talk about that later. Yeah, no, you see my backside is a great supporter of a lot of shows such as Horseshoes And Handgrenades, also MurderTheMedia, apparently, for $10. Can you send $1,000? I dare you. Anyways, he's a great guy. and he supports other shows in this sphere where we're edgy, like not intentionally edgy, but just authentically
Tonight was
edgy.
pretty fucking intentional.
Well, I don't think we are
Seemed
intentionally
forced.
edgy, though.
I mean, we're just truth tellers, okay? We make it entertaining. We can't help it. It's what we're good at. But I can't just be all funny, ha-ha, and fucking not tell the truth at the same time. So it's like a hybrid. It's like a comedy show that tells you to murder politicians.
Well, I don't
MT.
think that's edgy. I think that's honest. Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you can be honest and edgy, but in fact, I think that's the whole theme of tonight's show is like, if you're being honest, you know there's no other way out. You got to start somewhere. I'm not saying kill politicians. I'm saying just normalize the idea of it.
I mean, all comedy is rooted in truth.
Mm-hmm. And tragedy.
Oh, yeah, I guess that too.
Tragedy plus time equals comedy.
Yeah.
And you know why it's not funny? Haven't seen enough tragedy. Guys, buy some guns, put up some provocative billboard statements, start tweeting things that used to be considered extremist that we're going to make mainstream. Hey, how do you make things not extreme? Oh, you just get everybody to talk about it, and then it's not extreme anymore. I'll give you an example. Transsexualizing children. Remember, that used to be extreme until your fucking President Donald Trump was like, no, you can mutilate them all you want as long as they have the parents' permission.
It's...
Good job.
Yeah,
Trump.
I
Great
hate
job.
the term extremism in just what we're talking about. You know,
Well, it's
it's
on
not
purpose.
extreme. Yeah,
No.
exactly. They did it on purpose.
It's fucking rational.
Extremism. No, this is logic.
It's logical.
This is where logic.
It's
this is
the
where
definition.
your logic should flow.
Yeah.
To, I have problem with country, corrupt government. There's one solution because you cannot fix the corrupt government with whatever
Well-
honest politician you think you're going to vote in.
Well, we're following logic. You're close. You're a little bit off.
I skipped some steps.
Well, exactly. That's
Yeah,
what I'm saying. It's
I was
like
just doing it for banter.
it would be illogical to just go, I don't like how things are going. Let's overthrow the government. No.
No.
Don't forget all the years of voting and hoping and praying and keeping your fingers crossed and donating to politicians. Never did that.
And the decades of them just taking more and more of your freedoms and making your life more and more miserable and harder to live.
They've taken their job, right? You've given them a job to represent you, and then they turn it into a career of fucking you over to make rich corporations more richer,
Connie, what are you
including
doing?
arms dealers and other nations more rich. Pull the fucking trigger, dude.
I'm
Shoot
shooting
that
my-
fucking GoPro cord. Well, it's not going to do any good if it's not loaded, man.
All right, well,
Throw
no, I'm
one
not
in.
doing that.
Throw one in.
No, I'm not. I'm not that dumb. I'm not that drunk.
Hey, don't start it if you can't finish it.
Jeez.
Well, here's the thing. I think some of my kids are still awake. Probably it's only 9, and they're in the living room, which is in this other wall. So if I knew that it wouldn't
Point it
hit
the
one
other
of my
way.
children,
Just shoot it in the
Phil,
floor.
stop.
Shoot it
Phil,
in the floor.
stop.
Shoot it in the
Don't.
floor.
all right.
Connie, don't. No, I'm not.
Or is it a noise
No,
thing?
no,
I tell you what. I tell you what.
It's a joke. It's a joke, guys. I would never do that. I'm not. It doesn't matter how. Uh-oh. I guess
You
I'm
know,
dead.
you're making us normal people that are advocating for the murder of politicians seem crazy.
Hey, wait a minute.
I'm a
Who-
psycho, dude. I'm a
Doesn't
fucking
he get
psycho.
Israeli money?
Oh yeah, he's he's sent here to derail our movement.
Just kidding.
Anyway, well, guys, it's been 2
Sorry.
hours. Donations, the ones we got were great. Thank you.
What?
The other people
Bill-
just haven't supported me enough to go beyond 2 hours. Yes, Connie.
So I've been chopping at the bit to talk to you about something real quick. And I know you're ending the show, and I'm just trying to drag this out so people give you more money. But have you heard of the Khazarians?
Yes, I have heard tell of them. Please give me the synopsis,
All right.
though, because I don't understand it entirely. Oh, you mean the
Okay.
not real Jews that claim to be Jews?
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Oh,
so,
okay, then yeah, I've heard of
15th
it.
tribe.
In the 7th century, Bulan was this leader of this giant fucking army. Think about like 300, the bad guys where that fucking gay black guy had all the
They were
piercings, and he's
Persians
like,
in that movement.
I got everyone. Yeah. Like, just picture him. Oh, wait, what? Well, that was fun.
You'll get it, dude. While you're figuring that out, you see my back seat sends another big $10. He says, Murder the Media and Connie, together at last. I came for the cum. I stayed for the cum burps. All right. Well, thank you for the $10. And we appreciate the comment and the money. Thank you so much. Connie, go ahead.
I get too ambitious, and I keep hitting my desk, which affects my camera. Anyways, here's the thing. So Bulan was this leader of this like savage tribe, and these were white people. Like, well, I would call them white-skinned. I wouldn't call them white people. And they literally were like just desecrating villages, like murdering people. They were very evil people. And they got in a sticky situation where everyone else kind of teamed up on them. And they're like, hey, guys, you got to stop doing that. And like, all right, here's the thing. We're going to convert to Judaism. And they did. And they said, you can't criticize us anymore because we're Jews now. And we're the chosen people. And so now they are literally, that's what fucking Benjamin Netanyahu is. Like, he's an evil-minded fucking piece of shit. But he pretends to be like what would I say? Like a European, but they're not Europeans. They're just light-skinned fucking evil motherfuckers. And they infiltrated all versions of government. It's even in Iran. Like, I know we're like talking about Iran, but they do have Jews in, quote unquote Jews, in the Iranian government pulling strings. That's why they're not fucking nuking Israel right now. So that's the short and sweet of it. You can find the rest on
They're not nuking Israel because Donald Trump destroyed their nuclear capabilities a few months ago. Totally annihilated them.
He did a great job.
And then had to.
Iran?
What did I say?
Israel?
Oh, no, we'd never annihilate Israel's. I must have misspoke. No, Trump annihilated Iran's nuclear capabilities. Remember? A few months ago?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
totally destroyed. Decimated.
Yeah, they're harmless.
Yeah.
Well, they
totally,
were months ago.
Totally toothless now.
No, but
in and out.
Just to touch on what Connie was saying, yeah, it's there's a great book on it called The 13th Tribe, and yeah, essentially there are no real Jews. There are no real Jews anymore. What you're experiencing are gypsies.
Oh, Romanian?
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
It tracks.
No, they want to be called
no,
Romani, but they're gypsy.
Oh,
right,
yeah. They're not Romanian. That's right.
Right. They claim to be. The gypsies claim, don't call me gypsy. That's derogatory. We're Romani, which means of Romania. They're not.
Right. Okay. Well, that's enough history for me, guys.
Enough history, guys.
I'm going to take off. If y'all two want to continue, that's fine. But,
right. Well,
hey.
Yeah, we've been waiting for you to leave us alone all night. Jesus Christ.
I got to wrap it up, too. I got some stuff in the works I got to get to after this show.
That's right. I forgot. Connie, plug your show, but everybody, if y'all like this, check out Conspiracy Extremist with our guest as the host, Connie. Give them plugs.
All right, guys, this is what you got to do. First, you have to you got to get a firearm, all right? And then, such as like this dagger that Bill obviously pointed out, he knew exactly what this was. And then you got to go to your neighbor's house. Okay, I know you might have good relations with your neighbors. It's fine. This is gonna all work out. Just
and you tell your neighbor to subscribe to where?
Oh, I can't do a whole long thing. All right, go to Horseshoes Handgrenades on Rumble. It's fine. Never mind. They don't like these guys. Don't like comedy. It's weird. All right, no Horseshoes Handgrenades. I'm at Conspiracy Extremist on Twitter, and that's it.
That's it. Bye. Damn. And he didn't do that on purpose. He didn't do that hard camera out on purpose. If I had money, I would. I'd donate to get him a fucking $2 cord for that. He's probably got some laying around his house. Are you using a later model of GoPro?
No, it's like the newest one. No, it's the cord. It's a fucking.
So get a fucking USB-C cable.
It's a HDMI to HDMI mini cable that's fucking me up, dude.
That's fucking stupid.
I'm not trying to fuck up
we've got a
your
few
show.
laying around.
No, you weren't fucking it up. You're good.
We'll mail you one. We've got one we don't use. Oh, no, are we using it? I don't know. I got to go. Guys, have a wonderful night. Thanks for all the donations. Thanks for watching. Connie, thanks for joining us. We'll see you around some
Don,
point.
do
Come
we
back.
have someone to host?
Yeah. Raid somebody.
Yeah, do we have someone to raid, Don?
Wasn't your boy on? Wasn't Tony on somewhere?
He's not doing a show tonight.
Oh, it looked like it said live when I was scrolling past our shit.
I'll go live.
You going
Connie's
live?
going live, yeah.
All right, Connie,
Get
thanks
your
for
shit
hopping
fired
on. I'm
up.
going to end
Back
this
up
call
from your desk.
I'm going to end this call. Thanks for joining us tonight. And
put me on screen real quick.
Well, your camera's not on.
Well, hold on. All right, let me get me on screen.
Jesus.
Good work, guys.
Great
Just trust
ending.
me. Just trust me. Dude,
I trust
I got
you.
this, dude.
When have I not trusted you, Connie? Come on.
I'm doing everything perfect. You guys don't even know how to do podcasts. It's crazy.
Yeah, I've never done this before. Thank you.
I love how when GoPro's shitty tech is faltering, it immediately shows their logo. Fucking idiots. Maybe that's why their company is failing. Dummies.
Okay,
So,
Connie,
the serial number of my gun is FG168113. There we go. So if you want to frame me for a crime, you have to put that at the bottom of the gun, and then you go like shoot like a politician, and then say, "Oh, it was Connie. He did it."
Great backstory, dude. Genius.
All right, Connie,
like,
I'm going to
that's
end the
what
call.
happened.
You have a good night, brother. Thanks for hopping on.
All right, later,
and
dude.
are you going live?
Yeah, I think so. Oh, yeah, I'll pull it up.
Okay, well, wait a minute to host you.
All right.
I think we already rated Rams Paul.
Oh, we already rated?
Sorry, Connie. See you later, bud. All right, well, I'm going to end it. And I'm gonna
Sorry,
go home.
Connie.
I still have to work
Whoops.
tomorrow. I've been getting a lot of extra hours. And I got to tell you, at the end today, I was fucking like, man, I should probably slow down a little bit. The week caught up to me today. I'm like, my back's all hurting and shit.
Yeah, I've been wrenching, you know.
Turning some wrenching.
Yeah.
Since wrench.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Hey, don't try to
Don't
jazz it up.
mechanic talk.
Okay, we have a thing we say. All right.
I'm bringing my car to your shop on Friday. Don't fuck it up.
Doing what?
A lineman, I got to get a new tire on and oil
I haven't
change.
fucked one of those up yet.
Oil change. And then I want to give it one of those like however many point inspections just to make sure everything's good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You weren't even listening, you shitty mechanic.
You want an inspection. You want an inspection. Look over your car. Alignment, oil change.
Yeah, but I don't want
worry.
you to do it.
Guess what, pal? I'm the guy who does it. Shut up.
When you tighten the oil
for
pan,
real? Fuck
what?
you.
When you tighten the oil pan plug, do you use a torque wrench?
No. You don't have to. You just don't put a lot of force behind it. Oh, whatever. I'm sorry. I didn't realize.
If I'm taking it to a professional place, I want a fucking torque wrench. I want it torqued to spec.
Oh my god.
If I want to do it in my fucking garage, then I won't use one, even though I have one.
Did we get another Rumble rant, or was that?
Let's see.
Or is it showing someone else's? Oh, it was a follow. Thank you for following David S. Anderson. Guys, we rated Rams Paul, but if you're still watching, go check out Horseshoes and Handgrenades. He's going live. That's search Rumble, Horseshoes and Handgrenades. Connie, if you're watching, I apologize. We already rated someone else.
And I think you
There
see
was
my
a
backside
communication delay.
sent another $5. He said
Did
I
he?
got molested when I was a kid, and even that went smoother than Connie trying to get his GoPro to work. Happy Friday, fellow whites. Good night, everybody.
Thank you, Usain. Good night, everybody. It's been real. It's been nice. And if you haven't yet, find Christ. That's my new ending slogan.
I like it.
Yeah, I quit my job that way.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, can we
Anyways,
quit
guys,
the show?
good night. Love you all. Enjoy the weekend. Bye-bye.